Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. My apologies, but you appeared a touch lost. This part of the hotel isn't exactly for, well, your kind don't exactly last too long around here. Although you seem mostly sane, at least for now. But you do appear a touch shaken. Why not pull up a seat with me? I'll keep you company while you find your bearings. Don't worry. Where are you? Why, you're in the card lounge of the Hotel Sanguine. It's a touch deserted at these hours, though. However, I work as a dealer here. You may call me Villix, or whatever else you desire. Names mean very little in the grand scheme of things. Although you do look a touch pale. Where's that bartender when you need him? You could use a small pick-me-up from the looks of it. Typical. Still, how did you come to find yourself at this part of the hotel? You don't know? Well, that is troubling. Then again, not all those who wander are lost. Let me get a closer look at you. Indeed. Oh, you must forgive my manners. But, I have a proposition for you. Oh, don't make that face. My role in the hotel is not only to deal playing cards, but, other varieties of cards. The type that can give you guidance, direction, inspiration. And by that I mean tarot cards. Here is what I offer you. One reading on the house. Don't be so quick to turn me down. There was a time, a long while ago, where princes, kings, and creatures far beyond your understanding would travel from far and wide for the chance that I would allow them a glimpse of what may be. Still no. Then how is this? One card. If it is meaningless to you what I draw, then you may leave and feel no obligation to ever speak or see me again. Although I would be rather disappointed that I let someone like you slip out of my grasp so easily. However, if the card does hit home, then stay for an entire reading. You have nothing to lose, but potentially a lot to gain. Do we have a deal? Very good. Then allow me to shuffle. If you may, might you touch the cards? It helps to get my focus's energy on the deck before I draw. Seven of Swords. Alone. You are surrounded by much deception and dishonesty, and you might be tempted to lower yourself to such means. You have great strength in you. It's your choice how you use it, or misuse it. Just know that either action will have consequences. That appears to have hit a nerve. Shall we get started? Brilliant. A 10-card Celtic cross spread with a focus on the immediate future. How does that sound to your little ears? Beautiful. Then let us begin. I knew you'd end up having a reading from me from the moment you sat down. I can see it in your aura. An insatiable curiosity. A need to discover. The horizon will never be enough for you, because what's beyond it holds greater mysteries. Now, your energy should still be on the deck. Please pick 10 cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and think carefully about this last one. Which card calls out to you, speaks to you not just on a visual level. The backs of the cards are all the same, no. Which card calls out to you on a spiritual level? Very good. Then, should you have no objections, let us begin. The first card. This represents you in the present. 5 of Pentacles. It appears I'm sat across from a person capable of great empathy and compassion. That is good. Never lose that. But remember, the tables turn quickly, and a lack of compassion may come back to bite you later. That does not mean act foolishly, no. Simply act with prudence. Know your value and act in accordance, for your value is great. Next card. The Ace of Swords. Reversed. This card represents obstacles in your way. The Ace of Swords in this case represents confusion, brutality, chaos. But again, I see a running theme here. You have great power in your hands, or at least you will. And you will be tempted to use it for less than pure intentions. Be careful, though. Should you act rashly, you may not have key information that you need to make the right choice. Haste harms more than helps. Or at the very least, that is my experience. But I believe we should see what happened to get you to this point. By comparing our past to our future, we might gain a measure of insight. The Star. Well, this is interesting. Rebirth. Could that be what has brought you here? You know, the word sanguine has many meanings. If you talk to the common man, he will probably say blood. For blood is the most known one, but as with many things, I prefer the path less travelled. For you see, sanguine can also mean hope. Hope and rebirth brought you to this place. Remember, my sweet, a star guides your path. Be careful not to let it burn out. Now, you're conscious. This card represents the driving factors in your life. The world, reversed. You are on the verge of achieving your rebirth. And you know this. But something stands in your way. You know there is something that you may not be able to see yet. The world is full of death and rebirth. Some choose to see it as a cycle. I see it as a straight line, a story with the same chapters over and over and over and over again, each one full of constants and variables. What will your path hold this time? But there are also forces that you don't realize move you. This card represents your subconscious. Let us see what it is. The Hanged Man. Deep down, you need to take one step forward. Deep down, you know you need to take one step backwards in order to take 2 steps forwards. And yet again, self-sacrifice, the idea of rebirth, is represented once more. That is curious. But let us avert our gaze away from the self. We often find things we don't want to see. Instead, let us place our eyes upon the future and see what that holds for you. The Empress, reversed once more. The Empress is nurturing by her nature, but reversed, this nurturing essence becomes smothering. Parts of yourself need to be let go. It is only through this absence that space is made for future growth. This may not be an easy process, but I am sure someone as remarkable as you is more than capable. How do I know you are remarkable? You silly little thing. Everything about you screams remarkable. From the way you walked in, your aura was like a supernova, burning through the darkness around you. A candle in the void. But where is all of this leading? Your trials, your struggles, your tribulations. Let's see. The end result. The 9 of Wands. Well, it appears victory is at hand. Or at least it will be. You may feel tired. You may feel like giving up. But the horizon is close. And beyond it, ultimate victory. Simply dig down deep and push a little further. But let us turn our eyes back to the self. What are your hopes and fears? I have an idea, but the cards often have more insight than my eyes do. Interesting. Temperance. You take the middle road. You fear straying from the path and finding yourself falling. You survey your situation. You judge what you believe is best and you move forward as such. You allow your emotions to guide the course, but you allow your mind to guide the execution. But let us examine the environment you will conduct yourself in. My apologies for laughing, that is a touch unprofessional of me, but this card is rather befitting of this hotel. The Eight of Cups. A hopeless place. Those who have turned their back on what they know have come to this place. Loneliness. Darkness. These things surround you, but also possibilities. Keep your eyes to the light. Do not fall prey to the darkness. For as Temperance says, 1 foot off the path may cause you to fall. But where will you stand when the story is finished? When the final page is reached and it is time to close the book. This was the card I told you to take special care in choosing. Have faith. Faith can move mountains. The 10 of Cups. Well, the world at your feet. Emotional fulfillment. And all you need do is follow the path. Trust in those around you who are deserving, and the path will become clear to you. Who should you trust? Well, that's the hard part. You see, I can glimpse the future, not inside others' minds. But, if I may, I have some advice for you that's not on the cards. This hotel is full of those with honeyed words. Snakes who speak the sweetest lies. Their tongues made of silver. Do not trust those who have not earned your... my apologies. No, I'm fine. It's just, it appears the owner of the Sanguine wishes to speak with you. My apologies, we will have to conclude this another time. I would suggest you leave quickly. Wait, before you go, allow me to draw one last card, not for you, but for myself. Please. I beg of you. So the time has come. make you an offer. Take this card. It is a sign of my protection. I know that you should only trust those deserving. And I know that we have only just met, but I trust you to see the light in me as I saw the light in you. Take this card as a sign of good faith, and a sign that I will be your ally while you are here. Please. You might just be my one hope of escaping this damned place.